Narcissism. It's a term that is very prevalently used in today's society, especially concerning interpersonal relationships, intimate relationships, the parental-child dynamic. And everyone sees the narcissist, but no one is the narcissist, right? The thing about narcissism is it's a subconscious process. Just a disclaimer here, I hate the term simply because it's so overused and seen as a either yes or no thing. So either you are a narcissist or you aren't. And I would say it's more like autism in the sense of it's connected to certain aspects of a person's psyche. So I would say that it's more like a spectrum. You can be very, very narcissistic in certain ways because there are certain suppressed parts of your own reflective capabilities due to trauma, due to not being heard as a child, whatever, that bleed into the subconscious socio-emotional dynamics that we have. So everyone has narcissistic tendencies because we can't be completely and utterly truthful to ourselves in every aspect of our socio-emotional conduct. There are always blind spots and there are always things that we cannot fully confront unless we are ready to suffer incredibly. And who wants to suffer anyways? You know, we all try to ease our suffering and that of other people. But how can we do that if we really don't choose to see the things that are so hard to see? If we identify a certain way and get feedback from other people that doesn't relate to that inner narrative about ourselves, we feel victimized. We feel blamed for things, and it can only mean that the other has bad intentions towards us, which is not necessarily the case. Maybe they just have a piece of the puzzle that we don't have. Of course, it's always a subjective experience, and they might inadvertently enmesh their view of what is truth to them with their own fallacy of not being able to see what they cannot see. Because if you cannot see what you cannot see, you cannot address it. So I guess the hard part is trust. Being able to have communication with people that is endangering our own narrative, our own sense of self, our own ego, our own identity, and be willing to, without making it a problem of self-worth, able to listen to the other, take what they say at face value, and at the same time with just the tiniest bit of salt. And somehow find resolution in that through confrontation, through being willing to suffer through it in order to get to the other side. We all want to have a beautiful life. We all want to have beautiful experiences and a fulfilling existence. But if we aren't able or willing to take the darkness, we can't have the light. It will be a false light. It will be a superficiality, a projection of what we feel life should be. You can only grow flowers if you have manure. The two are dependent on one another. Of course, you could buy some flowers or steal flowers from someone else's garden. But if then you get pushback because you stepped over a boundary and then dismiss it as, I don't have space for this kind of bullshit, or I don't want to deal with this kind of drama, you're simply not taking ownership of your own actions that cause drama with others. And that's psychopathy. That's narcissism. We have a choice. We have a choice to address these things in our interpersonal relationships. But it's gonna take some motherfucking effort. Pardon my French.